Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10.
33. Yep.
Throwing to start this game. Connects downfield. On target to Burton. Hits the 20. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead right away. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
Panthers nothing.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Danny Gray to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Rocky's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Get it. 19, Charger, 19.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he scampers ahead and gets two on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tag. Cowboy 80.
Hubbard again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready. Go.
3rd and short here. Sanders. Got his man. This is McMillan. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Working inside the red zone. Escape coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I believe someone on the Panthers made it to the loose football first. They're hanging on to it.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Okay,
So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Under the gun, here's Sanders. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. They muster a little down to the 30. Quincy Riley up to make that stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Check smash, check smash.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down.
Quarterback of his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion was just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Carlson's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Bigsby with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Short pass brought in. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Come on, set. Red, 30.
Up for big yards on the right side. He takes it down to the 33. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Red. Blue, 32. Set.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Yellow, 22. Ready.
That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And these pass rushers in the game today, they are so doggone good. Not only are they good at getting home and sacking the quarterback, look at this. He was fighting the blocker. He kept his eyes on the ball, times it perfectly, and he forces a pass breakup.
Pause red, flag blue. Set.
3rd and long for him here. Throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Ready, break.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3.
Black, you, hut.
4th down, pass coming. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get 6 more on their early advantage. Setting up to try the point after.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints drive their lead to 11.
14. Panthers 3.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Gray now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And that's where they'll begin the drive following the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Panther 11. Cup 19. Cup 19. Come on. Ready.
To the air on first down. Sanders. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll stop him here before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Cougar 19. Hurt. Buffalo 18.
And you just get the play off. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're gonna be stuck with a 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They'll go. It's Sanders. They connect for the first, and they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
16 yards. That's good.
Cougar 19.
First down.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Viking 18.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Jump off, caught by his back. And they get this down to the 28. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
70 Lions. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Pass out quickly till he gets. And he's tackled for a short gain.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Ready, set.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Cup 19. Ready.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Flush down out to his left. He takes it himself. And give him the first down on that run, partner, as Sanders slides to a stop.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Brooks has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Check. Panther. Ready, ready.
Here's another for him. And this time he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 4.
Saints 14. Panthers 10. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Bigsby with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Set, hut. 60 red. Red, cycle. Hut.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Green. Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Panthers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, they could have gone run to set up 3rd and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why I play in this position. You've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin, but when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable 2nd down, well, you got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go. Here we go. Viking 8. Go.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. Escapes out to the left. Caught, nice game left side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Gravity Lions.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Ready.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Catch made. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Saints adding an extra DB. This is third down.
Get it. 19 Tigers. No. Ready.
Brooks going for the marker. He's going to be short of that goal line, bro, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick.
Ready.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll go play action for Sanders. He rolls to his right. And they take this in for the score. The Panthers take the lead just before halftime. Carlson now to add one more.
Daniel Carlson on for the point after.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers push their lead to 3.
17. Saints 14. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Bigsby with the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Gray now on the return. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there, and that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
6-yard line.
Okay, ready.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
Check. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
No gain.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Cougar 19. Buffalo 18.
What a hit, and the ball's loose. And the Saints have the recovery.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
He's got it near the 8. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
Well, we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
From the red zone now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grab the lead on their first series of the half. Chris Olave with the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints take a 4-point lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Gray now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Here's Sanders now. Dumps it off to his running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
They break the huddle. It's second down now.
Here we go. Pass the 50.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Hawk 70, 60 Bobcats. This Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Here he goes, third and long. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Well, third and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it, a play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Ready. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Check. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now Sanders. Completed to his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Kid, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Go street. '19 Tiger. Dragon 60. Ready.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Back to the line they come, second down.
Viking 18.
To the air, Sanders. And this time they can't connect, so that's incomplete. Been favoring their back this drive. Let's see if it's going to continue now on third down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Hurt! 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Daniel Carlson on for this field goal try. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Shaheed on the return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10.
6, ready. 60 red. 6, ready.
Airing it out to start this drive. Got a lot behind this one. Down, throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zay Frazier has it. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
First and 10.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Ready?
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6.
Ready? 70 Rangers. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hey, smash. Panther 11. Panther 11. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
Throwing now, another shotgun. Cut down the field, Leggett. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
15 yards.
A gain of 15 there. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Got it. Ready?
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Come on. Come on. Set.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain.
The tackle made at the
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got second and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
On the ready.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6.
Let's go. Ready.
Running right. Here's Hubbard. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
The Saints going with some extra defensive backs on this third down.
Cowboy 80.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Panthers who have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard.
Ready.
5 men in the secondary for the Saints. Third down.
Go! Bronco 80. 79 Broncos. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They run again with Hubbard. He is down to the 30-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
18, Pioneer. 19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 60, trap 60.
To the air on first down. Sanders. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a fourth quarter lead. David Njoku, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Panthers will line up for the
Hawk
two-point
70, Hawk
conversion.
70. Ready.
All right, they're going to throw for it. This is caught. And he gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion. That puts them in a much better spot now. Up 7 here in the fourth.
Saints, 21. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Bigsby with the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And he's well across the 45, almost all the way to midfield before going out.
Trailing by one score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Set, ready. 50, green gap.
He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
It's now second down.
That's not going to show up as an interception on the stat sheet, but with all these next-level stats we have today, Kate, that's what you call a turnover-worthy play. And there have been way too many of them in this one.
Red, yellow, 50 red.
He's going to throw again on second down. Short pass brought in. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Black, black.
From the gun on third down. It's complete. This is Olave. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
The ability to take any completion, short or deep down the sideline, and continue adding yardage, that's called yak, and every coach loves it.
From the red zone on first. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints now trailed by just a point in the fourth. So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth.
28 all.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Gray now on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
27-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Ready? Ready.
On first down, here's Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
A 9-yard loss. It's now second and 19 at the 17-yard line.
65 catch. 65 catch. 19 Lions.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. And now this offense has got a chance to do so.
Back to throw on first and 10. This is a heater going deep. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a fourth quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right down the middle. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Gray now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Mustang Knights. Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That's incomplete left side. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. All in left side. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down. We've set it down from the 37.
Viking 18.
Sanders going to throw here on first. That's him on a quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ready up.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Pioneer. Street. Panther 11. Panther 11. Let go.
Sanders setting the pass. On the move, headed right. He can run it. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll go play action for Sanders. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Saints get it back on his 6th interception of the season. That last interception gave him a chance to take the lead, partner, and now their defense gets them another one so they can start growing this advantage.
Yeah, this defense letting them know we don't want to defend a small lead. Here's the ball again. Go get us a 2-score advantage this time.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll throw it. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Connects downfield. On target to Burton. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of 29.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st down.
Down.
A gain of 29
Foot,
yards.
swing jack. Slide
1st
through.
down,
Right.
New Orleans.
Right. Ready.
From the red zone now. Has it down close. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints double their lead to 14.
Panthers 28.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Gray now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Get it. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10, still at the 28.
Down. 70 Timberwolf. Warrior 70. Go street. Mustang 19.
Throwing again here, Sanders. And he put everything he's got. Oh no, they get him yet again. Tyreek Stevenson has it. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back.
He's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints making a 3-score game in the 4th. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21.
Panthers 28.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. With Sanders out of the pistol. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Deputy! Deputy Lions! Go!
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Looking fast as that clock ticks down.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles!
Panthers, 1st down.
19 Tiger! 19 Tiger!
18-yard line.
60! Ready!
Working inside the red zone. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Offense to the line fast.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
They are throwing it again. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Ready up!
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
70 Rangers! 70 Rangers!
Sanders back to throw. Oh, they got it! Intercepted along the goal line! Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Saints have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
Well, Kate, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
Strike 2. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Called in by Olave, left side. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
38.
They're going to pass it here. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set black shot. 10 plus, ready.
Looking to throw here. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
It's a gain of 20.
So 1st down from the 41.
1st down.
Red, yellow, ready. 45, white. Ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Panthers get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
Well, we're watching a defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
New set of downs for them from the 31.
Buffalo 8, Cougar 19. Trap 60, trap 60. Cup 19, Cup 19.
To the air on first down. Sanders. He has it at the 5. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
First down.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. 4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. From the red zone on first. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Intended target was his running back. So now it'll be second and goal.
Ready? Come on. Set, trap, count, Dragon 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Carlson to tack on the extra point. He's good on the extra point effort. And the Panthers get it back to a 14-point game.
49. Panthers 35. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
On the set.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10.
52.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So this will win on the road for the Saints. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from Charlotte.